Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sampriti and I hope you all are doing fine. I'm uploading this video after quite a long time since I was preoccupied with a lot of things that I couldn't squeeze out a little bit time to make content. I'm really sorry for that and I promise that I will be more consistent with making content from now on. Before starting, I want to congratulate all of you, Brundavati, Gautam, Shirin, Richik, Rai, Shweta, Manasi, Bivab, Bipasha, Neha, and so on. Many people, I'm sorry if I missed your name. More than 25 students who purchased destination notes got NET, more than 10 of them got JRF, and 5 of them were giving the NET for the first time. In the first attempt, they got JRF. And my heart is so full. I feel so proud and so thankful and at peace with myself that my notes helped you all. Of course, your hard work also paid off, and congratulations. Those who could not clear it this time, could not make it this time for some reason, just was 0.5 or 1 percentile away from the score. You came so close and I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, and you are going to crack it in the next attempt. I'm sure of that. I can promise you that. Alright? This video is not on some particular topic, but this video is for a general idea about paper 1 and paper 2. Both the students who are starting fresh and the students who have already appeared for NET 1 or 2 times. I am trying to make this video as precise as I can, and I will also make separate videos for paper 1 in detail and paper 2 strategies as well. So this is just a general video to just make sure that you all are doing okay, you all are doing it right. Just to remind you all that mugging up notes, mugging up information is not the right way to prepare for NET. Also, information aside, I will try to make my videos in both Bengali, Hindi and English languages. My Hindi is not good, guys. So मैं हिंदी में, बंगाली में और इंग्लिश में, इन तीनों लैंग्वेज में बात करना चाहती हूँ क्योंकि सम स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिसको इंग्लिश प्रॉपरली समझने में तकलीफ होते हैं और जिसको बंगाली समझ में नहीं आते हैं, वो स्टूडेंट्स भी इस नोट से और मेरे वीडियोस से हेल्प पा सके, इसलिए मैं हिंदी भी यूज़ करूँगी मेरे वीडियोस में, हिंदी लैंग्वेज में भी बात करूँगी और बांग्लातेও কথা বলবো, so that the videos seem familiar to you all, so that I can connect with you all through a personal linguistic level. Alright? So what I was talking about was that smart guess, smart elimination method, smart work, realizing what not to study, researching previous year's question papers, making your own notes, being calm and quiet and relaxed in the examination hall, having a clear idea about the context of literary age, being good at literary theory and criticism, making your creative, critical, imaginative and logical reasoning faculty active in the examination hall. 60 to 70% questions used to come from history of English literature in the previous examinations. But from 2021 onwards, 50 to 60 questions are coming from British literature. Many questions, 10 to 20% questions are coming from literary theory and criticism. A lot of questions are coming from research methodology, both in paper 1 and paper 2, because qualifying NET and JRF leads you to do PhD, which will require your research skills. So NET NTA is trying to assess that skill in yours. Another thing is reading comprehension. पेपर 1 और पेपर 2 बोथ पेपर्स में रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशंस होते हैं और हम उसको ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं देते कि हम सोचते हैं कि ओके रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन तो बच्चों की बात है, हम तो चाइल्डहुड से ये करते आ रहे हैं, पर ऐसा नहीं है. रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट होते हैं यूजीसी नेट में, स्पेशली इन पेपर 2. इन पेपर 2 रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशंस भी होते हैं और पोएट्री भी होते हैं. रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन से 5 क्वेश्चंस आते हैं और पोएम से 5 क्वेश्चंस आते हैं और आपको उस एग्जामिनेशन हॉल में बैठकर अपने रीजनिंग को वर्क करके उस आंसर्स को क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व करना होता है. समटाइम्स ऑल द 4 आंसर्स, ऑल द 4 ऑप्शंस seem correct. समटाइम्स ब्रेन वर्क नहीं करते हैं आप. The poems are sometimes very difficult. The poems are sometimes obscure. You cannot make out anything. You cannot make anything out of it. Reading comprehensions पे difficult होते हैं. Literary theory से पैसेज आते हैं, रोलाबार्ट की पैसेज आते हैं, लाका की पैसेज आते हैं, ऐसे से वो complicated होते हैं. इसलिए कि आपको एग्जामिनेशन हॉल में आपको तकलीफ ना पहुँचे, आपको रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन और पोएम्स फॉर पेपर 1 ऑल्सो. पेपर 1 में भी 5 क्वेश्चन होते हैं रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन से. सो ऑल इन ऑल 15 क्वेश्चंस तो यू विल गेट फ्रॉम पेपर 1 एंड पेपर 2 ऑल कॉम्बाइंड. 15 क्वेश्चंस मीन 30 मार्क्स. इट मेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंस. अगर आप एवरी डे आधा घंटे के लिए कॉम्प्रिहेंशन और पोएम्स अप्रिसिएशन को प्रैक्टिस करें तो एग्जामिनेशन हॉल में आपको एंजाइटी नहीं होगी, आपको कॉन्फिडेंस मिलेगी. विल फील कॉन्फिडेंट इन योरसेल्फ टू सॉल्व दोज क्वेश्चंस. इसलिए आपको सिर्फ इंफॉर्मेशन की ज़रूरत नहीं है, आपको अपनी इमेजिनेशन को भी काम कराना चाहिए. डोंट ओनली mug up information but also make your creative critical faculty, imaginative and logical reasoning faculty alive. Another question that comes up in all the students' mind is where to start, especially जो fresh candidates है who are sitting for the exam for the first time. फर्स्ट टाइम के लिए इस एग्ज़ाम पे बैठ रहे हो तो आपके माइंड में एक समुंदर की तरह होता है, ये तो एक समुंदर है, सिलेबस को कैसे हम कवर करें, कहाँ से शुरू करें, कहाँ ख़त्म होता है क्या. एंड यू just feel lost, and to save you from that feeling of losing and feeling of giving up, you have destination notes जो मैंने बहुत महीनों से अपने रिसर्च करके ये जो बुक्स आप देख रहे हैं, I don't know if you can see all the books here. These are the books that I have read, all of them thoroughly, made my own notes. Okay, then eliminated some parts of it based on the previous year's question papers, 10-12 years question papers, researched on the pattern of UGC NET, made my notes from the NET points of view, and accessed websites and research articles and research papers from JSTOR and other sources, made my own research, and destination notes are the fruits of it. And those who have read it know that how much precise and to the point the notes are. That is one of the correct ways to approach UGC NET. Not only NET, but any competitive exam. You have to eliminate, you have to know what you don't have to read. You have to know how to smart guess. You have to know how to cover a context so that if a question comes from that era of English literature, that era of particular field, even if you don't know the name, even if you have never heard of the term, you can always eliminate the options and come to the right options. Okay, so for example, let me give you an example. आपको रोमांटिक एज के बारे में पता है, रोमांटिक एज इन इंग्लिश लिटरेचर को पता है कि nature and humanity and human emotions and feelings, simple ways of life, they were emphasized rather than the previous age where reason and rationality were eulogized. Wordsworth, Coleridge, Keats, Sadi, and those Byron, okay, these are the Shelley, of course. These are the poets, major poets and writers of this age. And Coleridge की poems में हमको मिल रहे supernatural, dream vision and uncanny also. So if you have a clear-cut idea about the context, the overall pattern of the age, अगर एक क्वेश्चन आ जाए कि एक पोएट है एक्स, इसने लिखा है कि एक दो लाइन दिया है और आपको बताना है कि इसका कॉन्टेक्स्ट क्या है, इसका फीचर क्या है. if you have ever never heard of the poet X, आपको आंसर्स ऑप्शंस दिया है कि the features are reason and rationality, anxiety and industrialization, post-colonialism, and nature and supernaturality. I'm giving you a very clear-cut and easy options, easy question, easy example, but I'm just trying to make you understand my point, okay? So if you have the idea about the age, that romantic age में ऐसा हुआ था, romantic age में तो anxiety था, लेकिन रोमांटिक एज में एंजाइटी से रिलेटेड इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन उतना नहीं था. इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन और एंजाइटी लेटर इट विल कम इन द मॉडर्न एज विद द कमिंग ऑफ द world wars, okay, and it will reach its peak with the second world war in the 1939 when the postmodern age is coming, okay. And the previous age was reason and rationality, enlightenment age, 18th century. So reason and rationality तो नहीं होगा, हो सकता है, और ये भी एलिमिनेट हो गए जो था इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन एंड एंजाइटी. पोस्ट colonialism, maybe you have to also read the line that is given and use, as I said, your critical capability, because you are going to be an assistant professor, you are going to do your PhD, so you have to not only just use your power of memorization but also your power of critical thinking, right? So ऐसे smart guess करके आपको eliminate करना है. critical creative faculty को use करने से आपको उसका एक clarity मिलेगा. ऐसे आप is a question that you have never even heard of, a question that you don't know the answer of, nowhere it is given, you can mark the correct answer by doing this smart guess, elimination method, and using your creative critical faculty. Now another thing is that students who are starting fresh start with history of English literature. मैं डेस्टिनेशन नोट्स के बारे में बात करती हूँ. डेस्टिनेशन नोट्स में हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंग्लिश लिटरेचर, पोस्ट कॉलोनियल लिटरेचर, यूरोपियन लिटरेचर, अमेरिकन लिटरेचर, लिटरेरी थियरी, लिटरेरी क्रिटिसिज्म, literary groups and movements, Indian English literature, and there are more than 600 questions from net point of view. So if you have the notes, you start from history of English literature, then slowly move on to literary theory and criticism. If possible, cover British literature and literary theory and criticism simultaneously if you have time. The notes are all ready and you don't have to do much of on your own, just you have to understand the notes, and if you have time you can access some other sources and you can watch other YouTube videos and read your books and add to the notes if you want. But first, to get a clear-cut idea about the context and the ages and the features and the literary theory and criticism ideas, you have to read the notes first. After you cover British literature, literary theory and criticism, because these are the three most important parts, you come to Indian English literature and post-colonial literature, from which many questions are coming. After that, you go on to read American literature and other European literature, and then you go on to read literary groups and movements along with the sample questions that are given. Besides, you always keep grammatically. I'm not grammatically correct in the sentence. Okay. Along with studying this, keep the previous year's question papers beside you always, just to make your own research, just to make sure that you know the pattern, that you know the way, that know the approach that they are taking. Okay. Suppose you are investing 2 hours in reading a summary. Is it worth it? You have to use your time very wisely. एक समरी के लिए आप 2 आवर्स टाइम दे रहे हैं, लेकिन उस 2 आवर्स में आप लिटरेरी थियरी और क्रिटिसिज्म की 10 टॉपिक्स को कवर कर सकते हैं. उस 2 आवर्स की समरी में शायद 1-2 क्वेश्चंस आएंगे, हार्डली 1 or 2 questions, or even no questions may come. But from the literary theory questions that you can cover, literary theory and criticism topics, 10 topics जो आप कवर कर सकते हैं उस 2 आवर्स में, उसमें से 5 क्वेश्चंस तो आएंगे ही आएंगे. तो ये आपके ऊपर है, क्या आप 2 आवर्स से एक समरी को डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे और 2 आवर्स आप कोई और मोर टॉपिक्स को कवर करेंगे. ऐसे आपको टाइम मैनेजमेंट करना चाहिए. टाइम को आपको वाइजली खर्च करना चाहिए. ओके. टाइम और एनर्जी, दिस आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. टाइम मैनेजमेंट एंड एनर्जी मैनेजमेंट. आप समरी को मेमोराइज करके आपके ब्रेन की स्पेस ले रहे हैं. आप आपको टाइम को भी खर्च कर रहे हैं, आपके एनर्जी को भी खर्च कर रहे हैं. उस टाइम और एनर्जी से आप 10-20 लिटरेरी थियरी और क्रिटिसिज्म की टॉपिक्स को कवर कर सकते हैं. तो आप वो कीजिए which is worth your time and effort. Okay, my notes are made from that point of view. They are very precise and they are made from set and get point of view. And this is not only for NET examinations, you know, it's for any competitive examinations like UPSC, WBCS, even Bar Council examinations, GRE, and any kind of, I gave some random examples, but any kind of government examinations, competitive examinations, you have to know what not to study. You have to have the syllabus and previous year's question papers patterns in your grip. अगर उसका syllabus और उसका question patterns आपके मुट्ठी में होंगे तो आपको confidence अपने आप आ जाएंगे. Now, without wasting much more time, we are already at the end of the video. This is the paper 1 book that I followed by Pearson. It's not the only book that I have followed. It is just a book that I use for my assistance. It has very precise ideas about the chapters, you know. Other than this, I have made my own notes of paper 1 as well. I will try to make it available for you all as soon as I can. Paper 1 has 10 topics, 10 units. Teaching aptitude, research aptitude, comprehension, communication, mathematical reasoning and aptitude, logical reasoning, data interpretation, people development and environment, information and communication technology, and higher education system. इनमें से अगर आप जस्ट स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं तो आप इसको 2 कैटेगरीज में डिवाइड कर लीजिए. एक है प्रैक्टिकल, that is based on practice. The other is theoretical, that is based on your information. Okay, memorization. You have to memorize sometimes acronyms and stuff like that. Teaching aptitude, a part of research aptitude, communication, information and communication technology, people development and environment, and higher education system fall under the theoretical part where you have to take in information. And for the other units, like for research aptitude to a certain extent, comprehension, mathematical reasoning, logical reasoning, and data interpretation, they are based on practice. You have to give half an hour every day to practice this. Follow other books for mathematical reasoning and logical reasoning, like the bank examination books. If you go to the websites, you will get plenty of sample question papers. Just squeeze out the mathematical reasoning and logical reasoning portions. Try to look at the solutions of them if you are unable to solve them. These are more difficult than the ones that will come in a UGC NET, but when you are solving more difficult, harder questions, you will get a boost of confidence. Okay, and another thing is that for paper 1, I have followed Talvir Singh's class for people and environment and logical reasoning and research aptitude, Kumar Bharat's class for research aptitude and mathematical reasonings, and there are other websites that are helpful for paper 1, and I will also tell you to have some paper 1 notes, some paper 1 question papers, previous year question papers in front of you, so that again, like paper 2, you can have an idea of the pattern, you can have the idea of the approach that NTA NET is taking in paper 1 questions. पेपर 1 में मैथमेटिकल रीजनिंग में नंबर्स एंड एज की क्वेश्चंस, फादर्स एज एंड सन्स एज लाइक दैट, डिस्टेंस की क्वेश्चंस, कैलेंडर्स की क्वेश्चंस बहुत आ रहे हैं पिछले 2 सालों से. ओके, एंड लॉजिकल रीजनिंग में इंडियन लॉजिक is has been very popular for the last couple of years, so focus on Indian logic, okay, and the fallacies also. This is a general idea about paper 1. So that's all the best and congratulations to all of you. Go on, keep preparing for the UGC NET December. You have time, use your time wisely, practice paper 1 every day because that makes the difference. I scored 80 marks in paper 1, 40 questions I got right, 40 or 42, I don't really remember. That really helped me get my JRF, because when you are aiming for JRF, paper 1 actually keeps the game on, okay? So don't neglect paper 1, practice it every day along with paper 2. Study 2 hours every day, 1 to 2 hours every day minimum. Even if you are not feeling like studying, just watch some movies based on your literary texts. Sometimes just go for a walk, relax, take your time to keep you entertained. Practice mathematics, practice logical reasoning, and practice a happy and active life. Keep yourself relaxed, don't panic, and everything will fall into place. Thank you so much. If you are interested to have destination notes, you can contact the email ID, contact through the email ID, and you can also drop a WhatsApp text in the number that is mentioned in the description box. Thank you so much. Stay blessed, like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment. Thank you.